Very soon, Jonathan will shine on the streets. Reason big because this cheetah has come to destroy him. Now, if Ken is trying to advise this young man, was it younger man, Jonathan, but still Jonathan is not willing to do what Ken is saying. Guys, tell me, do you think that Jonathan's foolishness has gone beyond every human being? Because if you cannot see it, at least smell it. You can't see, which means you can smell something very fishy in everything you can, which is around you. Even the blind can see that Jonathan is too stupid and then if he cannot think for himself, he cannot reason for himself. Every time someone has to come in to give him knowledge or to advise him, and trust me, he will take the advice. What has come to Joe? What has really come to Jonathan? Whoever is breaching Jonathan is really doing a great job. Just imagine Cheta, who has just come in the family, who has just joined the family, is trying so much to see that Jonathan's life is being destroyed. How is she going to do this? Here is the plan. Welcome to this African movie reviews. This channel we do reviews and recaps, and this time around we are the story called Most Scary Marriage. Most Scary Marriage is showing at Mr ALOY TV. Go and watch the movie and tell me what do you think. They were sitting in the parlor as usual after sending away Madam Teresa, and this time around the theater came up with a plan. In her words, she told Jonathan that why did you allow your daughter to do this to you? It's because you have given her enough freedom. That's why he is doing, or she is doing all this. And Jonathan was like, no, she is just a stubborn girl. He said, okay, if she is a stubborn girl, then take her to the boarding section or to the boarding school, and so that she can be squeeze there and learn some manners. And Jonathan said, yes, you have a reason, or you have an issue here. So Jonathan said, how am I going to do it, because I don't have money? This is when Sheta came in and said, that is it, every time money is the problem, and my business also is not doing well. I'm not getting anything. Now we have to do something, and I have to invest in my business so that you also have to do something, have a business to do, and then maybe even Ben is sent to a boarding section. And Jonathan said, how will I do it? He said she bring a suggestion that they should mortgage the house and they get a loan. If I said Jonathan does not smell, even seeing, even touching, even hearing, even feeling, because the same thing which had just happened to him before when they took his car is the same mistake he wants to do at this time around. Cheta said, we can mortgage the house and you get a loan so that you can have a business, and I also add in my business. In there, we will be making profits as we pay the mortgage, or as we pay the debt. We paid the debt. And Jonathan was like, really? And will it work? He said, and this house is in the names of my daughter. Will she accept to give me the document? And Jonathan said, please, you have to make her believe in you, trust in you, because she is your daughter. Everything belonging to her also belongs to her, to you. Just to make sure that you sweet talk her and put you in her good books so that she can be able to give you the money. And Jonathan said, oh, you are right, and I'll come back to my my normal days of having a business. So Jonathan saw this as a good idea to mortgage the house and get the loan to start up a business. But my dear, how can you get a loan to start up a business? I think it's the better thing would be here, you starting up a business, then having a loan to do, having a loan to just add in a business. And how can a wife suggest that you mortgage a house which he's giving you shelter and pay the loan? Does this sound a bell? If you are normal, Jonathan, and you think, would you do this if you don't? That's why I say, if you don't see, at least smell it. Because if you smell it, you will know that this thing is going bad. I should throw it. You dance on the Rimani's wrapper every time. A woman telling you to mortgage a house, if for sure she has good morals or good intentions for you, how can she say that you mortgage a house where you sleep and you pay the loan? You get a loan? It seems he has some hidden agendas, but no, Jonathan does not listen. She had to accept. Nelly went to his friends Emeka and Ken to tell her about the issue. When he told them about the issue, Ken told him that you should not let that happen. How can a woman who you just married give you an advice of sending or of mortgaging your house just to get a loan? And if I may ask, which kind of loan are you going to have? She said any. And then again Ken asked, which kind of business are you going to do? And Jonathan replied that a big business. I don't want to start a small business. I want to start with a big business so that I can be the big Joe in just one day. But my dear Jonathan, you want to start a big business. You don't have a cash flow. You just want to start a business from the loan. After mortgaging the house, you who have just failed many businesses and you end up on the street, still the same person wants to take the money. And Jonathan was, Emeka was like, leave it. You are right and Cheta is right. You cannot miss out this opportunity that this woman is giving you so much advice to see that at least you make it. And without even getting the money from her ex as Clara did, but to advise you to get a loan to add in her business as well as doing some... And there, as you starting a business, it's all about you. As usual, Emeka, what advice can come from your mouth if not destroying advice? But because this Jonathan is Momo, he cannot read the handwriting on the wall. The same person who gave you the deal of providing building materials to an engineer is the same person advising you to sell or to mortgage your house. Now after, if you fail to pay the loan, they take your house. Ken tried to put sense in Jonathan, but no. So my dear, go and watch this episode and tell me, what do you think? Do you think that Jonathan is more stupid than we thought? Should we say that he has a spell, that's why he's doing everything which is not unnecessary? Because I don't know how a man can trust someone who wants him to send away her daughter from her presence, who wants him to give out his shelter for mortgage to the bank to get some money. Like really? A man who cannot reason to think that in my friends I have Emeka and Emeka and Ken. If Ken is always negative, positive, oh, he's always giving me advice and not agreeing with us, why is it Emeka is always agreeing with everything I put on the table? It might have been, maybe there's something fishy in here that I don't know, but no, this young man is always blabbing around. At the end of the day, he would end in the street. This Ken told him that please do whatever you want, but never come back when you are crying. But still, Jonathan did not pick anything. But we just hope that you are doing this